Hello everyone. Today topic speaking is living with anxiety. Uh, Anxiety. Brooke Woolen and Leeway give a scientific explanation for anxiety and share a particular way to deal with it. Welcome to Spotlight. I'm Brooke Woolen and I am Leeway. Spotlight is a special English meant broadcasting. It is easier for people to understand no matter where in the world they live. Click here to follow along with this program on YouTube. A man sitting at his desk, typing at his computer outside of his window. The sunny brightly. Birds are singing. It is very pleasant morning. There is nothing written around him, but he is very worried. He is so worried he cannot concentrate. There is a tightness to his chest. There is a feeling of heat and on his shoulder. His body telling him to run is signaling to him that somewhere there is a danger. The man knows there is no danger, but he cannot stop the feeling. He does not even know why he is afraid. This man is living with anxiety disorder. The psychological difference in the brain cause people to afraid of things that do not make sense. Or they cause people to worry too much. But many people have anxiety even if they do not have a disorder. Today's spotlight is on anxiety and how to live with it. There are many different kinds of anxiety disorder. Some people are born with, other people get anxiety later in their life. But all people with anxiety have a similarity. Yet an overactive amygdala. The amygdala is a part of the brain. It keeps emotion even and regular. It also tells the body when something dangerous is around. It causes an emotion of fear. In a healthy person, the amygdala does not active much. But in person with anxiety, the amygdala is very sensitive. It can active because of things that do not make sense. Or it can active for do not reason at all. Anxiety disorder can make people sleep very difficult. An anxiety disorder can cause people to act strangely. This can be very distressing, and it can hurt their life socially. One of the disorder is the called obsessive compulsive disorder or OCD. A person with OCD has disturbing thoughts. Their fear will not go away, but a person with OCD will try to get rid of them. She will perform particular action to get rid of her anxiety. For example, if she is afraid of getting sick, she may wash her hands, but this does not make the fear leave. She will wash her hands will time in row. She will wash until her fear go away. Sam Wiki is a sculptor. He had OCD in 2020. He talked to the Anxiety and Depression Association of America is about OCD. My OCD began at age 7. I remember sitting on a chair in front of my family. I opened my mouth wide and inhaled a lot of air. I was looking at my mother. I then held up my hand and blew out of air onto it. It would repeat easy action over and over, but no one would say the word. They could walk in confusion. More time passed. My OCD got worse. I began acting out other strange rituals. I would become difficult to get fresh. Every day I would count and I put my clothes on. I would have a riddle. My action. If I start thinking of something bad, I knew something was wrong with me, but I could not talk about it. And I then become frightened that my brother would become like me, that they would also act out strange ritual. Anxiety can also make it difficult to be in society. Some people with anxiety have a hard time doing their job, going to school. Kathleen Murno is an employee with Anxiety Canada. She had panic disorder. This condition caused her have a sudden, intense time of panic or panic attack. During their panic attack, fear would overwhelm her. She would not be able to move because she was shaking so badly. It made her feel like she was going to die. She wrote for Anxiety Canada's blog. I could not control it. It left me feeling happily. I could not commit to anything. I could end up caught in my panic at any time I missed, even with my friend, because I did not want to admit I was struggling. I was so tired from pretending to be okay, and avoid making others uncomfortable. I struggled to feel safe, and this kept me from feeling fully living. One of the best things a person with anxiety can do for themselves is to be with other people. Talking to others can help them change the way they think. If someone you know has anxiety, it is important to keep contact with them. Be available to listen, even if they do not respond. People with anxiety also often suffer from depression. Offering encouragement and support can help distract them from their fear. It can help put them on the way to get real help, but do not try to solve their anxiety and do not try eliminate cause of anxiety. This can actually make the disorder worse, and it could make them depend on you. Joseph Mercer is doctor at Johns Hopkins University. He writes, try to get rid of someone's anxiety seems really thoughtful and sweet, but anxiety does not usually go away over time. If people avoid difficult situations, their anxiety grows, and the person begins to ask more and more from you instead of working on their problem. If you have anxiety, there are many ways of working through the disorder. There is no single cure. Anxiety disorder do not go away. Instead, there are changes that you can make to your life that may help. Here are some ways of dealing with anxiety. Get regular exercise. Keeping active helps reduce stress, even in people with severe anxiety. Avoid caffeine, tobacco, and other stimulants. Their substance can make anxiety worse. Drinking a lot of water. Not having enough water can make anxiety more difficult to deal with. Slow down and find time for yourself. Anxiety can often come from living under stressful circumstances. Avoiding the circumstance can help, but sometimes it's enough just to take a break. Medical help. While no cure for anxiety, there are many treatments that work. Medication called antidepressants are very effective. Talk to someone or go to therapy. Talking a professional can help you understand your mind. A therapy can give you methods of working through your anxiety. They can help train you to overcome many of your fear. Anxiety does not have to rule your life. Do you have anxiety? Do you know anyone with anxiety? What do you do to help? You can leave a comment on our website at www.spotlightenglish.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. The writer of this program was Dan Christman. The producer was Michio Ozaki. The voice you hear were from United Kingdom and United States. All calls were adapted for this program and voiced by Spotlight. This program is called Living with Anxiety. Visit our website to download our free app, Offico app for Android and Apple device. We hope you can join us again for the next Spotlight program. Goodbye. Question: do you have anxiety? What do you think is the best way to deal with anxiety?